Okay, day 20 of 21 to total life transformation and inner wealth. In the 920 Society Mastermind on Facebook, the October project was Today I Will Begin a New Life. It comes from Mandino's book, The Greatest Salesman in the World. And as I always say, every single one of us need to be sold on ourselves, who we truly are. And this idea of beginning every day brand new, never taking yesterday into today, and never taking today and thinking about tomorrow. And that scroll number one, Today I Will Begin a New Life, is so powerful. And I want you today to make this your project of the 20th day of total life transformation and inner wealth. If you can live with this concept for just a month, this fact that every day is brand new. I do not take yesterday into the day. I will not take the day into tomorrow. And this 8-minute video, Today I Will Begin a New Life, is so powerful. And I'll come back and play it to end our session together. Now, the wisdom, I have the 920 Miracles community on the spiritual side of this concept. Every day is brand new. I really believe that no success is true success unless it's spiritual success because we are all creators. We were sent here to create good will for all. We were here to create new things every day. We were sent here to be changed by nothing but to change all things. And how do you do that if you don't have that creative power? And how can you have that creative power if you are carrying in yesterday's weight or thinking about tomorrow's? So this scroll is so critical. It's all about being the best salesman in the world, but I want you to be thinking about you need to sell yourself on yourself and how to transcend with new habits of thought. If you haven't taken the habit finder yet, please go to defalco.com and take that habit finder because you're going to find out what sabotages the power of today, why you keep bringing the past into the day, why you keep bringing the future into the day, because we cannot live life that way. It does not give you inner wealth. The only thing I can live with is today. So please watch this for 8 minutes. I'm going to finish up with this, but I want to give you and join the WhatsApp group because we're wrapping up tomorrow. Join the WhatsApp group. This is my number on WhatsApp. The 21-day transformation. I only have 3, 4 people that have joined that stepped up. If you're not a member of the 920 Society Mastermind, look it up on Facebook. Come and join us there because we're going to be talking about this habit finder in the next 30, 60, 90 days and taking it in for 6 months. It's really a powerful, powerful assessment and a tool. Now, the other thing in November, we're going to do 1 day or 10 days. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. One day, I want you to, or if it's 10 days, times three in November is to listen to the 10 scrolls. They're about 58 minutes, all 10 of them together. What I really want to do is I want to recruit an army for November that will agree to do a minimum of 10,000 steps a day and post your results. Now, yesterday I only got in 6,000. I picked something up on 2 red-eye flights I had taken within a 3-day period. I picked something up and I've been fighting it. And guess who's winning? I am, because I'm fighting it from the soul versus the ego. Um, 1 day or 10 days times three, the scrolls in November. That's what's coming up. You want to do something powerful? You walk 10,000 steps. This is about an hour and a half for most people, depending upon how fast you walk while you're listening to the scrolls and see what happens. So let me just wrap up with this. I want to give you the spiritual side of success because the spiritual side of success, we are creators. If we're not creating, and if we're bogged down with yesterday, if we're bogged down with tomorrow, and we're not creating in the present moment, but look at this wisdom from 15 of the top wisdom books. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here. The Quran, indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. We got to change. It's taking yesterday into today and taking today into tomorrow. When you listen to Scroll 10 and listen to those words of wisdom that Mandino speaks, it is transformative. Here's another one. From the unreal, lead me to the real. See, yesterday is not real. Tomorrow is not real. Only today is real. For the unreal, lead me to the real. From the unreal, lead me to the real. From darkness, lead me to light. From death, lead me to immortality. And they see it's immortal when you can live in the present moment and only live in the day and not be carrying your baggage. This is what the 21 days has been all about. With mindfulness, strive on. Do not let the opportunity pass you by. For those who have passed beyond remorse, no longer dwell in the past. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We've heard that over and over and over again. Maybe you didn't know where that came from. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Steadfast. Wow, steadfast. He himself transforms and he himself inspires us to work. He himself blesses us with glorious greatness. This is what I've been telling us, is that we got to start giving, we need to commend ourselves and not condemn ourselves. If you're dragging anything from yesterday and today, if you're still talking about yesterday's story, if you're talking about tomorrow's story, you are missing out on transformation. I dedicate my very life to bringing good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. On this path, no effort is wasted. No gain is ever reversed. Even a little effort toward spiritual awareness will protect you from the greatest fear. All things emanate from Kami, and the Kami is in all things. You are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny. Folks, let that sink in. You are what your deep driving desire is. The mind cannot work on the reverse of an idea. If I am dwelling on stress, if I am dwelling on I need business, if I'm dwelling on my husband did this, if I'm dwelling on my wife did this, if I'm dwelling on my partner did this to me, if I'm dwelling on we got to be living our lives from the inside out. You are what your deep driving desire is. You get more of what you focus on. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. And your deed is, so is your destiny. And as your deed is, so is your destiny. Where are you headed? But you only can you don't even have to figure out where you're headed if you take care of today. It takes care of itself. Let go of the past. Let go. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. Let go of the past. Let go of the future. Let go of the present. Now that's interesting, right? Let go even of the present. It's even bigger than that. This verse encourages releasing all attachments, starting afresh. Forget about today I begin a new day. This second I begin a new second, embracing the timeless essence of the present. Therefore, if you have desires to serve God, you are called to the work. And serving God is serving yourself, because we are part of God. We're part of the divine mind. We're part of divine intelligence, divine integrity. What do you want to experience today? I am yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And I have the power to be born a second time. Be born again today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Today I begin a new day. We will be known forever by the tracks we leave. So, what track are you going to leave today on today? So listen to this scroll. If you have time now, this one's the longer one. It's I think 6 minutes. And listen to this here, or if not, make sure you have this down, defalco.us/new-life. I'm going to go ahead and end with this. 8 minutes, yeah.
Today I begin a new life. Today I shed my old skin, which hath too long suffered the bruises of failure and the wounds of mediocrity. Today I am born anew, and my birthplace is a vineyard where there is fruit for all. Today, I will pluck grapes of wisdom from the tallest and fullest vines in the vineyard, for these were planted by the wisest of my profession, who have come before me, generation upon generation. Today I will savor the taste of grapes from these vines, and verily I will swallow the seed of success buried in each, and new life will sprout within me. The career I have chosen is laden with opportunity, yet it is fraught with heartbreak and despair, and the bodies of those who have failed, were they piled one atop another, would cast its shadow down upon all the pyramids of the earth. Yet I will not fail, as the others, for in my hands I now hold the charts, which will guide me through perilous waters to shores, which only yesterday seemed but a dream. Failure will no longer buy my payment for my struggle. Just as nature made no provision for my body to tolerate pain, neither has it made any provision for my life to suffer failure. Failure, like pain, is alien to my life. In the past, I accepted it as I accepted pain. Now I reject it, and I am prepared for wisdom and principles, which will guide me out of the shadows into the sunlight of wealth, position, and happiness far beyond my most extravagant dreams, until even the golden apples in the Garden of Hesperides will seem no more than my just reward. Time teaches all things to he who lives forever, but I have not the luxury of eternity. Yet, within my allotted time, I must practice the art of patience, for nature acts never in haste. To create the olive, king of all trees, 100 years is required. An onion plant is old in 9 weeks. I have lived as an onion plant. It has not pleased me. Now I wouldst become the greatest of olive trees, and in truth, the greatest of salesmen. And how will this be accomplished? For I have neither the knowledge nor the experience to achieve greatness, and already I have stumbled in ignorance, and fallen into pools of self-pity. The answer is simple. I will commence my journey unencumbered with either the weight of unnecessary knowledge or the handicap of meaningless experience. Nature already has supplied me with knowledge and instinct far greater than any beast in the forest, and the value of experience is overrated, usually by old men who nod wisely and speak stupidly. In truth, experience teaches thoroughly, yet her course of instruction devours men's years, so the value of her lessons diminishes with the time necessary to acquire her special wisdom. The end finds it wasted on dead men. Furthermore, experience is comparable to fashion. An action that proves successful today will be unworkable and impractical tomorrow. Only principles endure, and these I now possess, for the laws that will lead me to greatness are contained in the words of these scrolls. What they will teach me is more to prevent failure than to gain success, for what is success other than a state of mind? Which too, among 1,000 wise men, will define success in the same words. Yet failure is always described in one way. Failure is man's inability to reach his goals in life, whatever they may be. In truth, the only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the differences of their habits. Good habits are the key to all success. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. Thus, the first law I will obey, which precedeth all others, is, I will form good habits and become their slave. As a child, I was slave to my impulses. Now I am slave to my habits, as are all grown men. I have surrendered my free will to the years of accumulated habits, and the past deeds of my life have already marked out a path, which threatens to imprison my future. My actions are ruled by appetite, passion, prejudice, greed, love, fear, environment, habit, and the worst of these tyrants is habit. Therefore, if I must be a slave to habit, let me be a slave to good habits. My bad habits must be destroyed, and new furrows prepared for good seed. I will form good habits, and become their slave. And how will I accomplish this difficult feat? Through these scrolls, it will be done. For each scroll contains a principle, which will drive a bad habit from my life, and replace it with one, which will bring me closer to success. For it is another of nature's laws that only a habit can subdue another habit. So in order for these written words to perform their chosen task, I must discipline myself with the first of my new habits, which is as follows. I will read each scroll for 30 days in this prescribed manner, before I proceed to the next scroll. First, I will read the words in silence when I arise. Then, I will read the words in silence after I have partaken of my midday meal. Last, I will read the words again just before I retire at day's end. And most important, on this occasion I will read the words aloud. On the next day I will repeat this procedure, and I will continue in like manner for 30 days. Then I will turn to the next scroll and repeat this procedure for another 30 days. I will continue in this manner until I have lived with each scroll for 30 days and my reading has become habit. And what will be accomplished with this habit? Herein lies the hidden secret of all man's accomplishments. As I repeat the words daily, they will soon become a part of my active mind. But more important, they will also seep into my other mind, that mysterious source which never sleeps, which creates my dreams, and often makes me act in ways I do not comprehend. As the words of these scrolls are consumed by my mysterious mind, I will begin to awake each morning with a vitality I have never known before. My vigor will increase, my enthusiasm will rise, my desire to meet the world will overcome every fear I once knew at sunrise, and I will be happier than I ever believed it possible to be in this world of strife and sorrow. Eventually, I will find myself reacting to all situations which confront me as I was commanded in the scrolls to react. And soon these actions and reactions will become easy to perform, for any act with practice becomes easy. Thus a new and good habit is born, for when an act becomes easy through constant repetition, it becomes a pleasure to perform. And if it is a pleasure to perform, it is man's nature to perform it often. When I perform it often, it becomes a habit, and I become its slave. And since it is a good habit, this is my will. Today I begin a new life, and I make a solemn oath to myself that nothing will retard my new life's growth. I will lose not a day from these readings, for that day cannot be retrieved, nor can I substitute another for it. I will not break this habit of daily reading from these scrolls. And in truth, the few moments spent each day on this new habit are but a small price to pay for the happiness and success that will be mine. As I read and reread the words in these scrolls to follow, never will I allow the brevity of each scroll, nor the simplicity of its words to cause me to treat the scroll's message lightly. Thousands of grapes are pressed to fill one jar with wine, and the grape's skin and pulp are tossed to the birds. So it is with these grapes of wisdom from the ages. Much has been filtered and tossed to the wind. Only the pure truth lies distilled in the words to come. I will drink as instructed and spill not one drop, and the seed of success I will swallow. Today my old skin has become as dust. I will walk tall among men and they will know me not, for today I am a new man with a new life.
Thank you for being here. Today I begin a new life. Hopefully I'll see you in the community. Hopefully, I'm looking for some success stories. Send back some encouragement and hopefully we'll see you there in the community. Thanks. Bye-bye.